Hey, this is Johnny Boy at FightHype. I'm here with the young phenom, Keith Tsunami Clone. What's going on, man? How are you?
What's going on? Everything well? How are you?
I'm good, man.
That's
I
good.
wanted to ask you, man. We got a big fight coming up on August 9th against Wilmer Soto. How was training camp? How's everything going?
Training camp's been great. Everything been smooth sailing. Just training hard. Just making sure I'm, prepared for fight night. That's the main concern. Making sure I'm feeling good. I've been looking good in training, so everything been smooth.
How excited are you about this fight moving forward? How many more times do you think you'll fight after this fight and the rest of the year?
I'm excited. I'm excited for this fight. I feel like this guy he gonna push me. I feel like he gonna come there, not just to give me a tough fight, but to beat me, So I'm excited for his fight. He got some experience under his belt. Um, and you should be seeing me after this fight. You should be seeing me in the ring at least two more times. We got 2 days locked in, so we not overlooking my opponent, but we still looking to keep on keeping the ball rolling after this one.
Are we gonna get another sensational knockout? You keep blowing these guys out, man. Every time I speak to you, it's another knockout. So tell
Yeah.
me about that.
That's the goal, just to keep on improving and look better than I did last time. So, um, whether that's another knockout or just a great dominating performance, I'll take whichever one it is. I want to go to rounds. That's what this opponent's supposed to do, though. He's supposed to be able to push me, to my limit. He's supposed to be able to be in it, be rough, tough, and But I'm prepared. So, come fight night, you'll see like the best version of me for sure.
Definitely. What are some of the things that Wilmer does that could be a problem for you, going into this fight?
I'm gonna just highlight the good things he do. Like I said before, he tough. Um, he go to the body. He's not super awkward, but you can't fall asleep with him and like the type of guys that have his type of style, because once you fall asleep, that's when everything turns. It's a change of a fight. So he definitely, fighting him, I gotta stay sharp, be aware, and just don't fall asleep. That's the main thing.
Definitely, man. Well, we look forward to that fight on August 9th. I know you'll perform well. But switching gears real quickly, we were both in Queens for Shakur Stevenson's performance against William Zepeda. I wanted to know what your thoughts were that, being that you sparred Shakur. Do you feel that Shakur's in his prime right now?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that was his best performance thus far. He showed everything. He showed he's a well-rounded fighter. He could box. He could bang. He could take a couple punches. He could weather the storm. I feel like that was one of his best performances. And yeah, that was a masterclass performance in my opinion.
Definitely. How much better is he since you sparred him, you think?
Oh, he's way better than since last time I sparred him. He's matured. Um, you could just tell just comfortability. He always been a comfortable fighter in the ring. But especially after that last fight, you could just tell like he comfortable under the fire. And that's what I was really looking for. To see how comfortable he'll look against a high level guy like Zepeda. So that's a good thing.
Definitely. Now Gervonta Tank Davis was supposed to fight Lamont Roach. That fight was postponed, due to some things that happened outside of the ring. Now they're talking about Shakur Stevenson going against Lamont Roach. How do you see that fight playing out? Shakur was at the fight at Gervonta and Lamont Roach fight in Brooklyn, and he said if you couldn't make that fight, I'll take the fight with Lamont Roach. So what do you think about them facing each other? How does that fight play out?
I like Lamont Roach's style, but I think that I feel like Shakur probably edge him out, just because uh like with Tank and Lamont, you know, Tank he like to be in the pocket, but Lamont is also a great pocket fighter. He's a great inside fighter, great mid-range fighter. But with Shakur, he'll probably find it more easier just to keep him at bay, out of range, and just to pick him apart. So I feel like Lamont he'll get inside, but then after a while, Shakur he not gonna just stand there and not let him get his off. He gonna just box him the whole night, make it look easy. That's how I see it playing. I feel like Shakur will win unanimously.
You think Shakur is the best fighter at 135 pounds?
In my opinion, yeah, I feel like he got all the skills. He been trying to fight the best. He become out the best. Um, yeah, I feel like he the king of the 135 division right now.
He can't, like Tank's talking about retirement. Do you how what do you think about his retirement? Even Keyshawn had hinted at retiring. A lot of fighters talk about retirement, but then they come back. You think Gervonta Davis will retire?
Um, I don't think he retired. I don't feel like that's like I feel like that's just the media. Like just doing what they do. But these guys, it's life. You get what I'm saying? It's like people don't expect boxers to like I don't know, like everybody have life issues that they have to face, whether that's no matter who you are, and your job is gonna be postponed because in Tank case, if he don't handle that, then he won't be able to box. So first he gotta handle that and before so he could get in the ring and do what he love to do. So that's my opinion. And same thing with Keyshawn. It's like you probably feel like they trying to blackball him now, and you know, it's more peace at home for him with his family, his son, his brothers. It's just he don't gotta. He's more out of the limelight. He ain't gotta hear all the stuff that people gotta say. So yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Definitely. And if we're lucky enough to get Tank and Shakur to face each other, what's your opinion? How does that fight play out? Who would win that fight?
That's for me. I feel like that's a 50-50 fight. It's like the tale of the opposites. Tank got power. He could come forward. He could also box too. But what he known for being a knockout artist. Shakur known for being master class boxer. So I feel like it's a 50-50 fight. It's really whoever best that night, man. But I feel like I'm gonna go with Shakur uh just because of the activity, the quality opponents. Tank been fighting quality opponents as well, but it's just I don't know. I feel like he got a lot more distractions. Yeah, I feel like all that gonna play a part, play a factor.
Can Shakur get than he's already performed? Do you feel he still has something better in his arsenal, like to show later on?
I feel like it depends on his opponents. I feel like Zepeda was that type of opponent to show that he's gonna fight somebody else where he's not gonna need to fight like that or be that entertaining like for example with a Lamont Roach. Some people may call that fight boring because Lamont just not gonna stand there and take as many punches as Zepeda took. Lamont more of a thinker. He gonna try to figure it out without getting hit. So I feel like they might call like the Lamont Roach fight boring, but the Tank fight may be more entertaining. So it really depends on what can bring who can bring that out of him. That's the biggest thing.
Definitely. Well, we look forward to see that fight. And then finally, Canelo Alvarez and Crawford step in the ring on a little less than a month and a half. What are your thoughts on this fight? Crawford moving up two weight divisions, taking on the face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez. What happens in this fight, Keith?
That's another 50-50 fight, man. Every day, like one day I'll be Tank. I mean, one day I'll be Canelo. Next day I'll be Bud. But I really want Bud to win. I feel like IQ wise, he got all the ability to win. However, I'm just not sure how he like just take the power, just take the weight over the rounds. I was watching some of his Madrimov fights, and he like the strength look even, and that's one of Terrence's biggest like attributes. He's just real strong, durable. He able to, you know, fight through the rounds and keep a steady pace. But for this fight, I don't know. It's just that's tough. That's hard. But I want Terrence to win. I feel like he should be able to win. Going the distance for sure though.
You think he could possibly hurt Canelo Alvarez and get a stoppage, or what do you think?
Um, if he was to hurt him, I feel like it would be with a body shot, headshot. He may catch him off guard, maybe like a light buzz. But I feel like Canelo, like when you at that high level. everybody's aware. Even when they get a hit with a big shot, they see it coming. So, we're aware of what we can be hit with, what we cannot be hit with. So even if Bud was to hit him with a big shot, I don't feel like it'll do crazy damage. And vice versa. I feel like Canelo may hit him with a big shot and it may look like it might have hurt Bud, but because he's aware, he knows about the punch that he can be hit with in certain positions. I don't feel like it'll take a crazy toll on him, or just maybe like a little light buzz where Canelo had momentum at during that moment of the fight.
Definitely. And where would you place Terence Crawford if he was to be successful against Canelo Alvarez and out of the all-time greats? Where would you place him?
All time greats at like that's crazy.
And if it's
We're
does it convincingly, like the way he did
yeah,
Spence, because that was an A
right,
performance. But if he does a great performance and he beats Canelo Alvarez, where do you place?
right. With respects to like everybody that came before, I feel like he definitely be top five. Top five. All time best fighters, just because of the fact of him not only going up another weight class, but who he's fighting. I feel like you just gotta give him his props, gotta give him his flowers. Um, it could have been easy for him to just take on anybody else, and for him to convincingly, do that. Like let's say if he was to get a stoppage, oh yeah, top three for sure. It's nobody stopped Canelo, so yeah, I feel like top five, top three for sure.
It's definitely a legacy fight for
Yeah,
Crawford. So we look forward to seeing that fight. We look forward to seeing you on August 9th. But Keith, thank
thank you.
you much for your time, man. We wish you the best of luck on that date, and we'll get in touch soon, okay?
Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
All right, man. You got it. It's Johnny Boy Fight Hype.